You have the honor, without any puzzles, to announce our next very special guest.
Yeah, it's a great honor for me. I was thinking whom to invite who is not Sirova and who can give us something special, who can give us knowledge, inspiration, and not just dry business talk. And I invited my favorite doctor, the guy who fixes me.
Wow, your favorite doctor in what area?
Orthopedic surgeon, longevity, anti-aging, preventive health care. It's the guy.
All right.
Professor Philip Schoettle.
Welcome, Professor.
It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh.
Oh, Professor.
It's a beautiful life. Beautiful
So, we have some questions for you, and these are sent in by all the audience. They really want to know. So, but can we call you Professor?
Call me Philip, I think. That's
Philip.
also fine.
Philip,
Philip.
thank you.
Welcome, Philip. Well, so let's begin.
What is longevity all about? Everybody talks about it, but could you explain in a few words, what is it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, in the moment, we call it longevity. And it's not measured by clocks or by calendars. It's like not having a long life, but having a good health span. So you're extending your lifespan by extending your health span. And you also can formulate it in a very ironic way, die as young as possible at the latest point.
Woohoo!
Is there a difference between longevity and biohacking?
Well, yes. I think, to be fair, without the guys from the biohacking scene, and they're coming from the Silicon Valley, those guys in that time, or also other visionaries and entrepreneurs and philanthropists who had everything. They had the money, they had the car, they had the jet, boom, 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 boom. And they were like, what do we need? Well, a long life to enjoy all the tools. And despite medical knowledge, they started biohacking, like Dave Asprey, name it, call it. And what they did was a try and error. And they succeeded. I mean, I remember you and I, we were talking about a common thing, how I got into longevity, which was very similar to you, which was bulletproof coffee. I got there the first time, I think, 2015. And then it was a big thing in the extended lifespan in the Vatican where we talked. And this was the change when it went from biohacking into longevity medicine. So the difference is that well, we steal back from the biohackers what we think belongs to us, and we add some science to it. No, our thing is not making it short. While biohacking before was, now not so much, try and error, longevity medicine is the 3T or the 3M system. It's like test, treat, test, or measure, make, measure. And to see successes, to make it well, and also to put health data and results into it.
How did you go from traditional medicine university to longevity? What made especially you to decide that?
Well, nowadays I think also traditional medicine, you say it was traditional medicine. School medicine teaches us to treat symptoms. And I think my aha effect, besides the fact that since more than 10 years, I'm working in the regenerative and stem cell business, and orthopedics is the low-hanging fruit. So a guy not as intelligent as me, like a typical orthopedic surgeon, we are good for that. No, saying that, so I had one experience. I had ACL rupture, sports injury. Two young guys like you, both.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So obviously they looked for me the same, and it was the same day, the same surgery, the same team, and one of those two came in my office after the typical control, like 12 days. Yeah, do I still need the crutches, all this, and I'm bored of this. Can I go running again? And like more or less literally 2 hours later, the other came in, it was suffering, and everything was not good. In the end, both went well, but I didn't get it. So I went into deep inside the cells, and what I saw there was the one is a really good health situation, whereas even if it looked like the other one was not. And this was for me the beginning of understanding that the surgery is a mechanical fix, but inside, this is what happens, increases the healing. That's longevity. And there I made, okay, you need also to go to this field.
And do you think our medicine, our traditional school medicine at the university is completely on the right track, or they missed something?
Be careful there.
Well, I asked you before if I may become political. Playing it back, how much of the medicine you learned in your career is still actual? I think it needs visionaries, and it's like in everything, like in sports, in medicine. We need a solid base where everyone can go back to, rely on. And their school medicine absolutely is correct. But it needs also pioneering and visionaries like you are to create something new. And as always, it will take longer that everyone is accepting it into school medicine. I'm sure one day it will be part of a school medicine. It's not today. It's good to have it, but combine it, and the future will show. But I'm very sure that longevity medicine, regenerative medicine, not so much pharma-based medicine will become bigger and bigger day by day.
I actually really like your answer, because it's exactly my opinion. Without school medicine, I would already have passed away 3 times. So 3 times the helicopter came and the university fixed me. So I'm very thankful for this. But nevertheless, I'm totally on the track of preventive healthcare. So we're fully in line here.
How do you see the next 20 years in medicine? What will happen? Because more and more these facts and learnings come out, and people can't just ignore them.
A lot of things are playing a role here, are getting into this whole picture. First of all, we are very digital today. We get information even if we cannot prove if they're always right or not. But it's not the alma mater which reserves the right of knowledge. So spread of knowledge is everywhere. Artificial intelligence is helping us to become faster, also to communicate other ways. So I'm very sure that in the next years, we're getting more away a little bit from pharma, and getting more into our own pharmacy, like our own body capacity to heal. That doesn't mean that we don't need surgeries and pharmas, like a fracture still has to be fixed, but everything else, we're going into stem cells, meaning from our own stem cells, we're going to regenerate ourselves. We're going to learn more about prevention, self-hacks. We're going to understand better, everyone, what to do to avoid meeting me as a doctor.
So the aim is not to meet you ever.
Well, the best thing is to have my number and never need to dial it.
All right.
Unless as an orthopedic surgeon, different for longevity.
What is the stupidest thing you've heard about longevity, so you wouldn't like to hear it ever again from your clients and patients?
Oh, is this when my skin is better afterwards? No, it's like not aesthetic medicine. Longevity and aesthetic or anti-aging is 2 different things. I wouldn't say it's stupid, because everyone who contributes or make a mind about this, every question is right. There is not a stupid question. It's just, don't mix it up with aesthetics. That's the other part.
All right.
We make beauty from inside.
Aww, that's my only hope. Well,
when we spoke yesterday, you told me probably it's possible to reach 120 years if you do everything in the right way. Can you tell us what we have to do to become 120 years?
Yeah, please.
You want to extend another 20? Okay.
Healthy 120.
Okay, first of all, I'll make a little round. I know we are pressure in time. However, we need to know that the health span, 20% is our genetics. That's a given fact. The other 80% is how we steer those genetics. It's lifestyle, it's epigenetics, and even if you have a good longevity doctor, I would say still 50% remain on you. And yes, there are life hacks or longevity consultations I can give you. One of the strongest tools in longevity is a 72-hour of fasting period, because this is bringing your body from a glucose metabolism into a fat metabolism, which is the long-running ATP. It is maximum detoxing, it's activating your stem cell proliferation. So I know it sounds hard, but it's doable, and so this is one of the strongest tools. Going on with nutrition, you are what you eat. There's a golden rule saying, eat less often, and put it in two phrases, eat less and less often. This is intermittent eating. The quality of the food is very important. Like intoxication is always a question of the dosage. So less sugar, late breakfast, early dinner, like give your body a time to metabolize. Number 3 is workout, train. And because we need to know that we lose muscles with aging, and in our muscles, this is the highest number of mitochondria, where we create energy, ATP, what we need, immune system, stabilizing of the cells, better metabolism. So train, working out. Then sleep, stress. I mean, you know it yourself. You can't switch off stress. How do you get away from it? It will be there. It knocks on your door every morning. You have to open the door. But it depends how you say, like, or like, hey, cool, you're here again. So meditation is, it sounds silly, but meditation is really. And last but not least, you have external help from like groups with Zerova, which are contributing with products for longevity, as well as physical help like ice bathing. I mean, you here, just there's a river, it's beautiful, 4 minutes. Oh, hypoxia training. So these are the 5 hacks you can do.
Well, Philip, thank you very much.
Woo-hoo! I thank you guys.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Free consultation.